there was a lot about the phone left to be desired. I didn't like how that it wasn't. I'm a klutz. I need something that is like foolproof. Like like I trip all the time. I bump into things. I drop my things.
Hey guys, welcome to Monster Review, where we take a look at tech tips, and how to video. This is the first podcast I'm releasing on this channel. I wanted to go more in depth, create another, a place where I can discuss tech, because tech is my passion, freely and, without all the editing. Right? A lot of editing goes into videos. You have to plan, shoot, and all that. And so I figured this would be a lot easier and more comfortable settings to discuss tech. And with me, I have my partner in crime, my wife, who, believe it or not, she was not a techie person, but after being married to me for so many years, she is a techie person now. And although she doesn't like to admit it, her friends and family tell her all the time.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the unofficial tech person
And IT support.
and IT support. Yeah.
Yes. So she's definitely taken some of my skills, and you probably recognize her voice if you've been with us for a while now. She's the person behind the camera, so she's helped me with a lot of my previous videos.
He doesn't pay me, by the way. So we'll see if that changes.
That's because everything I make goes straight into the channel.
Mm.
So anyway, I thought a good topic for us to start this whole podcast was the Z Flip. I think it was the second edition Z Flip. No, was it? No, third. I'm sorry, the third edition of the Z Flip. I kind of pitched it to you. You were intrigued, and I bought it, and you test drove it, and we filmed a video, a script, and everything for that video. But it never made it to YouTube, mainly because the actual video for that whole thing got corrupted, and kind of just fell on the back burner. So I figured that would be a perfect time to talk about that phone, because what surprised me the most was that I thought it changed you, meaning that you were forever sold on the flip idea, but it turned out no, you eventually went back to the Pixel 8 Pro when that was released. Actually, your flip broke, right?
No.
It didn't break?
Mm.
Okay, so I could have sworn there was a spot on the screen.
There was a spot, yeah.
Okay, so there was a spot on the screen, and instead of going back, you borrowed our son's phone, and you
Yes.
used that for a little while, and then
That's right.
I got you the Pixel 8 Pro. And then now you
Did
trade.
it break? Is that why I was on the?
Yeah, no, it didn't break, but I had traded it in for a newer flip, and you didn't want the newer flip, so I gave it to my brother,
That's right.
and you took our son's phone, and with the intention of upgrading it to the Pixel when the new Pixel 8 Pro came out. It wasn't released yet, it wasn't announced, but you wanted to wait for that phone. You absolutely wanted that phone because you had a Pixel 8.
I did have a Pixel.
Yeah,
before.
no, I'm sorry, Pixel 2 XL. You had a Pixel 2 XL, and that made you a Google fan for a lot of reasons, being vanilla, right? The experience, and at the time, Samsung was just bloated with bloatware.
Yeah.
And you didn't like that. So
Well, we know how I felt about the Galaxy, like in its,
Yeah.
like the 4.
the
was
Galaxy
it?
S4, yeah, that was your first phone, and you
And I-
absolutely hated
I
that.
hated it.
Although, to be fair, a lot of your problems was with the carrier, because we had T-Mobile at the time, and that's where all the drop calls and stuff like that. That's where that came from, not necessarily the GS4, but the GS4 was a phone that was trying too hard to
Yeah.
be too many things. Right.
Like it had
so-
some cool features, like the, but they were all completely unnecessary. And
Yeah.
they didn't work properly, so it was.
And then
unnecessary.
back then, what was it called?
And it was also
TouchWiz?
my first Android, like true Android phone coming from an iPhone, system. So it was different.
So TouchWiz was Samsung's earlier version of One UI, and it was terrible, especially on the GS4. GS5, people said it was better, but I also had the GS5, and it was bad, pretty bad. But they've gotten a lot better with One UI, right? So anyway, I got you that phone, and you liked it a lot. Like, you felt like, if I remember correctly from the videos we did, you felt like it fell into your lifestyle. It fit into your lifestyle better than any other phone that you had because it was compact. You could flip it closed. You can close it onto like your belt or your shirt in a pinch if your hands were busy. What happened?
So I think for me,
You're talking outside of the mic.
I think for me, the Flip was cool in concept. And then in practicality, I think it failed a lot. And so when I mean practicality, those things that you mentioned were great. And those were the best parts of the phone. The fact that it was compact. I mean, for females, our jean pocket, our pant pockets are not that deep. Like, we can't fit a regular size phone. I certainly can't fit my phone now into my pocket, maybe my back pocket. And even then, it's sticking out. And so to have a phone that closed like that, and that also wasn't very thick. Obviously, if you add a case, it was significantly thicker. But in which case I did need a case, but it fit really well. Like, I could throw it into my purse, I could put it into my pocket. You know, I'm a busy mom, I work full time, so to have something like you said to go to in a pinch where, like, you know, I'm cooking, my phone rings, and I don't have my headset, or I don't have, you know, my watch connected, because I'm not a serial smartwatch wearer, and I needed that. I could have always clipped it or whatever. And yeah, I could have put my phone on speakerphone too, but like, I move around a lot when I'm cooking, so it was just, you know, handy. But I think there was a lot about the phone left to be desired. I didn't like that it wasn't. I'm a klutz. I need something that is like foolproof. Like, you know, like I trip all the time. I bump into things. I drop my things, and
But
the phone
you
was
dropped
weak.
it a lot, and it held up pretty good.
Not like other phones I've had. Like, it got that
Okay.
dead pretty quickly.
The dent?
Yeah, I mean the dead pixel,
Okay,
and
but
I didn't have the phone long.
But you also did. You also managed to do that to your Pixel 8 Pro.
But it didn't. Okay, but that was different. That was because they took it and threw it outside on the concrete. This fell inside the house. So once I broke it, like, it broke pretty fast. And another thing about me is that my kids use my phone. If they don't necessarily use it, but they hold it in their hand or try to attempt to use it. And we had littles, and the littles throw things, and so they threw it a lot. So there's that. But and the picture quality wasn't good, and that was the biggest turnoff for me. Like, as a mother of littles, I want to be able to have really good picture qualities of my kids, and I felt like I didn't like any of the pictures that the phone took. It did really good, like, outdoor shots, but when it came to portraits, not great. I didn't care for that.
What about so before you got the Z Flip 3, you had the Galaxy S21 Ultra for a little piece of time. That was dubbed one of the best Android camera phones you can get. So, were you comparing the pictures from the Flip to that previous phone?
I think not necessarily that specific phone. I was just thinking of phones in general, and I mean, I would even go further back and say that it was worse than the iPhone, and that I had at the time.
11.
And,
You had the iPhone 11.
And I didn't like, and I think maybe that's what I was comparing it to, and I didn't like it.
So the Galaxy S21 Ultra was better, but the Flip reminded you of the iPhone 11 photos?
No, it was worse.
Worse.
Yeah, it was worse.
And that was something that, like, they were going through at that time. They were using older cameras on their folding and Flip series. Now with the Z Fold 7,
I don't think I would get another one though.
They're using. I don't know about the Flip. I have to read up on the Flip again. But the Fold, they're using the same main camera as they did on the S25 Ultra. So, and that's what you have now. So basically, my main camera and your main camera is the same camera.
Yeah, and I like the phone that I have now. I mean, it's a little big,
Ultra.
but like, it's a little big because I have like really small hands. But, and again, we're talking about the pockets. But now I carry a purse, so that's nice. But I don't know. I just didn't like the phone. There was a lot to be left there was a lot to be desired. Like even if you put, because of that dent, there was a dent in the middle, like where it folded.
The crease.
Yeah, like a crease, and I just couldn't not see that. So it wasn't like the seamless thing where
now you have ADHD, so
right, yeah. So
it's fair to say that.
Yeah, and because I have ADHD, or my brain is not neurotypical, I kept hyper focusing on it, and I couldn't unsee it. Like, so if I was watching a video and I had the phone open, I would see that crease. Like, I would see it, and it was very distracting. So I didn't like it. I didn't. It was smooth, like touching the screen and stuff like that. There wasn't any like delay or anything. That was all great. I just didn't like, my biggest two things were the camera quality, which is a huge turnoff for me. Like almost immediately I determined that I didn't like this phone, and because it was number one reason was because of the camera quality. Because nowadays when you have a smartphone, it dubs as your camera, like as a camera. As
you also
as a
had
video.
you also had the S21, Galaxy S21. Remember that pink one?
Yeah.
You had that for a little piece of time too. That one was
That
a flip better than that, or because I remember you didn't like the camera at all from the Galaxy.
Yeah, I
S21.
didn't like the camera either, because I was comparing that one to the Google, and I think Google at that time had a really good camera. The Pixel I'm talking about. I can't
The
remember.
Pixel 2?
I guess.
That's an old phone.
That was my favorite phone for the longest while. That's why I wanted to go back. It was because it had the best camera, it had the best overall experience for me, and then they used like softwares to enhance the quality of those pictures and stuff. And
Well,
like
now everyone does that.
Yeah, but at the time that was groundbreaking, and like I kept comparing all the other phones that I had to that, and even the iPhone didn't stack up to that. And that was before iPhone went off the deep end and now they're crap, in my opinion. But that and a whole list of other issues. I'm not an Apple fan, but yeah, I didn't like the Ultra. I don't think I had that long either. Maybe a year, maybe less.
It was I mean, yeah. I did a comparison with the Ultra and my Fold 3 at the time.
But you were...
And I found the camera on my Fold 3, which was supposed to be an older camera, better.
Yeah, the camera
than the S21 Ultra, which was interesting because, like I said, everyone said the S21 Ultra was the best.
Yes, I remember you telling me that, and I just didn't believe you.
I mean, the zoom was incredible. That was the only thing that was. But
otherwise, it was
wise,
it looked like a cheap phone. Like, I mean, the quality of the picture. Like, I didn't like that. It wasn't my thing. And like, again, like for me, and I don't know if this is like a mom thing. I don't know if this is a female thing. I don't know if it's a millennial thing. I don't know what it is. Just like, that's the most important thing to be in a phone. So yes, I need a good user experience, like a really good UI and stuff, or UX, whatever you want to call it. But I also need a good camera. And so those things have to go hand in hand. And if I don't have those two things, then I'm going to dub that phone a no-go.
So you would say the Flip fell into your mom life perfectly in terms of of what it could do.
It was very practical. Sure.
But the camera and that crease was
too much.
A big turn off for you.
It was a huge turn off.
Okay.
And and because of it, unlikely to go back to it. And also, I'm a klutz, so I felt like it wasn't withstanding. It wasn't gonna withstand me. I drop things a lot, and so like it just happens. Like I have butterfingers, like things fall off my desk. Like I'm just that type of person, and so I need a phone that's gonna stand up to it, or at least a case that would stand up to it. And I think because of the whole folding nature of those phones, they're not very secure. Like even a really good case, and I had a really good case, I felt like just didn't hold up. And I know, like, that glass, like, a lot of people said, oh, well, the screen isn't like a glass. It's not a tempered glass or something like that. So it shouldn't break. But it was very weak because those dead pixels came pretty quick.
And that makes sense because the Z Flip 4 that I got as a replacement for your Z Flip 3 that it gave to my brother, he said within a year it clunked out. Yeah. Charger port went dead, speaker went dead, and he took better care of it than you did.
Yeah, I would imagine that he would have.
So,
you don't have no kids.
I mean, I didn't have any of the Flip, I only had Fold since the Z Fold 3, and I've dropped the Z Fold 3 and the Z Fold 5 a lot, and I've never had that problem. So it's interesting that the Flip, although it claims like, to be just as durable as the Fold, it seems like that's not really that's not really
True.
yeah.
Doesn't
I
hold
mean,
true.
like,
Yeah.
obviously we didn't test it out. We're just
No.
going off of experience. But
Right.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie and say I never dropped my Fold,
Mm.
right? Because I dropped it many times. Because one thing with the Fold, especially with the older Fold, the 5 and the 3, is that although it was slim, it was heavy. And you see my pockets, and for my sweatpants, my pockets aren't deep.
Mm.
So in the car coming out, whoop,
Yeah.
slips right out of my pocket.
Yeah.
And that would happen at least 5 times a day.
Yeah. I mean, I love the phone that I have now.
That's the S25 Ultra.
Yeah, I love it. Like,
And although it's big and it's not clunky, it's just big.
yeah, the case makes it a little
Yeah.
clunky, but yeah.
You think it fits your lifestyle?
Yeah, I love the camera. I love the interface.
I know the kids like taking your pen.
Yeah. I don't use the pen often. I will say that. In fact, I don't really use it at all. I could probably count on one hand how many times I've used it, and I've had the phone for how long now? A year?
Not a year. No, it's been probably, I want to say 5-6 months. Because you got it earlier this year.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So you haven't had it long.
Yeah.
You've definitely taken a lot of photos.
Yeah.
Because I built the photo server in our house. So
Yeah.
I see all that. I see all the gigs you use backing up your photos.
Well, not just me. I mean, the kids use because you don't need the password to use the phone, so they'll take my phone and they will take videos and pictures of themselves. I have a lot of selfies of them on my phone. I don't know why they do it, but they do. But yeah, I really like this phone. I think of all the phones that I've had, this one is probably my favorite.
And if
sure.
we list them all, I mean, like going back to like 2010, you had iPhone
Mythic.
4.
Remember the
Mythics.
Mythic?
That was
Oh,
the first
man.
phone I ever got you.
Yeah.
The Samsung Mythic. That was before the Galaxy series. They
Yeah.
were, they're still trying to compete with Apple. But
It was
by
like a
making
pseudo,
a budget,
yeah.
wannabe smartphone.
Yeah.
But there was nothing smart about that phone.
Oh my gosh, that phone was so annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that. And then I had the rumor before that. I don't know.
The rumor for that. But
Yeah.
if you start from the Mythic, that was
Okay.
that was Samsung, right? You also that wasn't your first Samsung phone though, right?
Did I have a flip?
No,
Maybe.
you had some Samsung Music or something like that. Remember the red phone?
Oh,
It was like a jukebox. It had like a
yeah, and it slid
yeah,
up.
it slid up. I can't remember what it was. It was I remember it was a Samsung.
I didn't even know the brand of
Yeah.
it.
So Mythic, and then from the Mythic you went to the iPhone 4.
Yep.
iPhone 4 you went to the Galaxy S4.
Uh huh.
And from the S4, you went to the Pixel 2 XL. From the Pixel 2 XL, iPhone 11. From the iPhone 11, you moved to the iPhone 11. I want to say that was when you went to the Galaxy S21. Not the Ultra, the regular S21. And then from the S21, you went into the Ultra, because the Ultra was my phone. And when I got the Flip, I gave you the Ultra. I mean, when I got the Fold, I gave you the Ultra. And then so from the Ultra, you moved to the Flip. That was the Flip 3. From Flip 3, you went back to iPhone 13. That was our son's phone.
Yeah.
And then you got the Pixel 8 Pro. And the Pixel 8 Pro, you replaced it with this S25 Ultra. So in the span of a decade, you had 10 phones.
It was the high note.
Yes, that's it. High Note, Samsung High Note.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Yeah. So I mean, the amount of phones you've had, you pretty much had a new phone every single year.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But that's mainly my fault though, because
Yeah.
every time I upgrade my phone,
Yeah.
I upgrade your phone. I don't let you keep the same old phone,
Yeah.
whether you want to upgrade or not.
Right. Thank you. Because I'm not spending my money to do that. But let's see. Of all those phones, I think the one I have now. What did you say it was? The 25.
S25 Ultra.
The S25 is probably my favorite phone for sure. I don't see myself getting rid of it anymore.
You never
and-
see yourself getting rid of any of the phones.
No,
but like
that's
as
not true. I wanted to get rid of the Pixel, and that was for personal reasons. Like that's why, or else
The Pixel 8 Pro.
I would probably still have that phone because I did like it. It was a really good phone. It was a solid phone.
I still
really
have
any
it. I
complaints.
use it for dev testing.
That's right. And I have no problem with it. It's just a personal thing I have with Google that's why I would never get another Google phone, or another Apple. But otherwise, I like Samsung. They have sold me on this phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember after the the S4, you're like,
Oh yeah.
never
I was
again,
so turned
never
off,
again.
and then you sold me on the idea of the the flip, and then that turned me off from Samsung again. I was like, well, Samsung is a waste. Like this is this is two phones I've had now
No.
in the span of
Before the flip was the S21 Ultra.
right, and so they
And
failed
then
me
the
3 times.
S21. You forgot the pink phone, the S21, the regular standard one. Remember?
Oh well,
You-
I didn't like any of them.
Yes, I know. So they let you
So-
down 4 times.
Yeah, see, I can't even remember it. Must have been so traumatic. I blocked it out.
But
like,
here's the Pixel.
yeah, I remembered it.
I mean, you dropped it 1,000,000 times, so 1,000,001 is not going to do anything.
I liked the phone though. I had was blue. I like that fact that you can customize it and get the different colors that you wanted. So that's cool. This phone's dead.
But holding it, does it like? I mean, do you miss
I like the feel of it. I like
the curve?
Yeah, I like
so
the
you like
curviness.
curved sides.
Sure.
It's actually a thing. People.
It feels nicer in my hand.
Some people like the curve
Yeah.
because it doesn't bite into their hand.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Straight edges, like the Galaxy S25 Ultra.
It does.
It, yeah.
You get used to it. Like there's
Sharp
this thing in
lines,
psychology called sensory adaptation. So after a while holding something, you get used to it. I got used to it. As long as you don't fixate on it.
I remember when I was setting up your S25 Ultra, though, I was like, this is a nice phone.
It's a nice phone. It's very thin.
The
too.
screen is beautiful.
Yeah.
The quality.
Mhm.
I mean, you don't notice that stuff. It took you a while. I still don't think you know what 120 hertz looks like. When I turned it on for you, I noticed a difference right away. And like
Sure.
I turned it on for you, you're just like browsing through your phone. I'm like, you see it? It's like, see what?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. My eyes are not that sensitive to that stuff.
Oh.
For sure, definitely. Like, I can't even tell the difference between the TV we have now and the one upstairs. And I know the one that we have
One is
downstairs
OLED, the other is LED.
Well, then there you go.
Yeah.
I like,
But they're both 120.
okay.
So
But, like, the whole OLED thing was a huge thing when that came out versus LED, and I can't
it's
really
it's
tell
mostly
the difference.
blacks. I mean, color pops.
Okay, yep, I see that.
Yeah, but
Okay.
mostly black. When
can see that.
blacks hit an OLED, it looks like it's off.
Talk. Okay, well, when we watch scary movies, there's lots of dark scenes, and it is harder to watch it upstairs. Like, I feel like you miss a lot of stuff, and I wear glasses, and so like, if my glasses aren't like super clean, it's also harder to see the black in the screens
Yeah.
or whatever. And so seeing it downstairs, it is a lot clearer. It looks more closer to movie quality.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think we came way off topic there.
Yeah, well,
But-
a little bit. But let me ask you this. This is
Sure. Mm.
going to be a little off topic as well. But, I mean, obviously, we can go into details about those other stuff later. But focusing on the phone, which
Mm.
is what you have now, the S25 Ultra, you have Samsung appliances, multiple Samsung appliances. We're not talking about what they are and how you like them, but how well do you like the way they talk to each other with your phone? Like your phone being the gateway to those devices remotely?
I think on a scale from 1 to 10 in terms of, I mean, the practicality is great. I do like that. I do like to be able to check in on the washing machine or whatever. So if
Do
I'm
you
like,
get the alerts on your phone?
I do get some of the alerts, yes.
Okay.
I have muted the others. Like the one that I need or I feel like I want is like the the stove one, and I'm gonna go with that and talk about that. I do like the laundry notifications too. That's great to know. You know how I feel about the washer dryer.
Yes,
I'm not a fan of
that's
it.
a topic another day.
Yeah. So getting the alerts at the dishwasher, it was finished. Is great, but the stove is probably my favorite because I like to know that the burner's still running, and so to get that alert is great because it's like the spare that I have that I always left it on. I mean, we have an induction stove, and I think the stove is pretty intuitive. That if something is missing from it, it'll shut off in general. But to know that the oven is still on or the stove is still on, so that's kind of great. I really, really, really like that. And getting notifications with the microwave because while our kids are older ish, because they are like the eldest is only 11, but I still like to know what they're doing. So like we sleep in now, we don't wake up with them when they get up, like on the weekends anyways.
And if they turn on the stove,
I'll
like,
get the alert, which is great. And I'm still I'm not sure how I feel about the stove yet with them, but the microwave I'm still not sure how I feel about
that. Annoys
them
me.
That.
I took that off. That was the first thing I took off.
No, I like to. I know that like
alerts?
during the day, yeah, because you're using it a lot. But like, I need to know. I feel like I need to know what they're putting in their microwave because while I told them that they're the littles that they're not allowed to use their microwave, they use it. And then like our 6-year-old who's about to be 7, he is Mr. Independent, and so he likes to use it, and it's fine. But like, I'm still nervous about it because he doesn't always make the best
he burns
decisions.
popcorns.
So yeah.
Instead of using the popcorn button.
Yeah.
Or
no, I mean he uses the
it.
popcorn, and now he can read, so he's using the popcorn button. But like, I don't know. You know, he's so little still. I don't know that I trust him. But I like to have the notification. I like how well it talks to each other, so that's really cool, and it's cool to be in that universe. Sure.
Is there anything on the flip that you miss?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Not even the ability to just push it in your pocket?
No. It was good while I had it. Is it something that I need? Or I'm like, oh, I wish my phone currently does that. No, it's not. I don't miss it. It's not something I miss.
And you didn't use
It's a cool idea.
That front screen.
No, very rarely. I mean, it was...
Now, the whole entire front screen is a screen.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Yeah. I remember when I gave you the phone, you were like, dang, this would have been perfect if the whole entire thing was a screen and I can use my phone.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
Now that's the case, but...
Yeah, well, they lost a customer on that. Yeah. But I didn't really use it. I mean, it was cool that I didn't have to open the whole phone. Like, if it was in my pocket and was folded, that I didn't, I didn't have to open the phone or click a button to really see the time. I could just grab it, and as I was grabbing and press the button. That was really cool to see the time or date. So that was nice. But otherwise, I'd give that phone a C-. The only really cool thing was the concept of it. For me, it failed everywhere else, in my opinion.
Was your watch upside down?
No. Oh. It's the way I'm holding my arm.
Oh.
So, but yeah, so that's that. I mean, definitely, this phone made me a Samsung fan. I do like Samsung.
The S25.
I probably continue to get Samsung phones. And
you think they've come a long way?
I think their phones have come a long way. At least this Ultra line, the Ultra Galaxy line. Yeah, for sure, definitely.
They had a lot of shoes to fill, because the LG, when they exit the phone market,
Yeah, but LG...
That fan base, they had to do something, right?
Sure, but like LG, really? Did anyone really use their phone?
Yeah, my brother was a huge LG fan.
Well, your brother is a little...
Both of them.
Not someone that I would go to for tech advice.
Both of them really liked LG. I never had an LG phone. But there are people who swear that LGs were good phones. Blue was, yeah, you didn't use it long.
No.
And we only got it because Blue was less than $100.
Yeah, and I broke a phone, right?
Yeah.
And
we broke a phone and you had to get that.
I can't remember what it was. It might have been the Ultra. I don't think I've ever broken an iPhone, so.
So you mean there's more phones that we forgot about? Oh yeah.
Well, I mean
there's the Moto X, not Moto X, Moto G something. Moto G.
I like
G3.
that phone.
Yes, that was
It
your
was
favorite.
a handy little phone.
Mhm.
I forgot about
And
that
it was
phone.
cheap. It was under
Yeah,
$100.
I really liked it. I thought it was really cute. I did like that phone. Yes,
I still have that phone actually.
that was a nice phone. I would rank that up there with that Pixel. So sure.
Motos now are the king of budget phones.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Moto actually brought back the Razor as a flip, so who knows? Maybe give that a shot. See.
I'm gonna stick with the phone that I have right now. I don't think I need another phone anytime soon. So yeah, I'm happy with the phone that I have. I don't see myself getting rid of it. And
Didn't
I'm
you
a very
want the Razor?
frugal
I thought
person.
you wanted the Razor, and your dad ended up getting like the Sanyo budget version of the Razor. The Sonya Blade, I think. Sanyo Blade?
Yeah, it was like the Sprint phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like one of those free Sprint phones.
But it was clearly inspired by
Sure.
the Razor.
I liked it though. It was bigger.
Was it bigger?
Yeah, I did get a Razor. He did eventually get me a red Razor.
Mm.
But yeah. I don't really
And before we got married, when I used to see you around, I think I do recall seeing you with a Razor.
Yeah, I did get a
Red
Razor.
Razor. Anyway.
But back then I didn't have phones long at all either. Like it was phones were so cheap to get on your own too.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I wasn't working.
You go eBay and buy an unlocked version for less than $100.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's like crazy expensive to get a phone.
Well,
My
they're
goodness.
smarter.
Yeah,
more
I guess
capable.
so.
Yeah.
Oh, back when everything was so simple.
That's a topic for another day.
Sure.
But anyway, that does it for this podcast. We don't have a name yet. And, I'm still shopping for a host. So, I mean,
Ouch. I'm going to pretend that didn't hurt.
well, you're always welcome to join us again. But, I mean,
So who is going to be your host?
I don't have a host in mind. Everyone that I've been talking to, I don't know. They just don't share the same passion as me. I mean, you actually have more passion for it than they do, even though you claim you don't.
Yeah, because I'm I'm what you call a reluctant techie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which is weird because I'm into tech field.
Anyway, thanks for listening. We hope to get you in the next one. Take care. We only got it because blue was less than $100.
Yeah, and I broke a phone, right?
Yeah.
And
You
we
broke
had
a
to
phone and
yeah.
you had to get that.
I can't remember what it was. It might have been the Ultra. I think that's what it was. I don't think I've ever broken an iPhone, so.
So you mean there's more phones that we forgot about? Oh yeah.
Well, I mean
there is. There's the Moto X, not Moto X, Moto G something, Moto G.
I like that phone.
Yes, that was your favorite.
It was a handy little phone.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that phone.
And it was cheap. It was under $100.
I really liked it. I thought it was really cute. I did like that phone. Yes.
I still have that phone, actually.
That was a nice phone. I would rank that up there with that Pixel. So, sure.
Motos now are the king of budget phones.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see that.
I forgot that, yes. I'm sorry.
And the camera wasn't that bad. Maybe I knew that was a budget phone, not a flagship, like not a really expensive phone. So like I appreciated
so you were
it.
you were looking at it like cost per feature ratio, and you were happy with it.
Yeah, it wasn't slow. It wasn't to me. It wasn't.
The blue, on the other hand, was the same price.
Oh my god!
And it let you down.
Oh my god,
that
badly. Was really frustrating. Like one, the camera sucked, but I knew it would. But it was so slow to do anything, just to move between apps. And I'm not even using it for power hogs. It was like literally, I use my phone for like pictures, text messages, phone calls, and Googling shit. And like, that's what I use my phone for the most part. And like, I felt like, oh, and I guess social media. But I don't know that I had social media at that time. Like, I go on and off social media. But, yeah. It just really sucked. And I think I had littles at the time. Well, yes, I've had littles for a while, but like babies at that time. And, you know, I love to take pictures of my babies. I still like to take pictures.
And the Moto, I think the Moto was a decent camera. It wasn't,
yes.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
I feel like it was better than the fold, whatever I had.
Yeah, you would have to use them side by side to determine that.
Maybe.
You know, memories get clouded, you know.
Sure. Yeah. But I would have preferred the Moto.
Well, Moto actually brought back the Razr as a flip, so who knows? Maybe give that a shot. See.
I'm gonna stick with the one that I have right now. I don't think I need another phone anytime soon. So, yeah, I'm happy with the phone that I have. I don't see myself getting rid of it. And
Didn't you want the Razr? I thought you wanted the Razr, and your dad ended up getting like the Sanyo budget version of the Razr. Sonya Blade, I think. Sanyo Blade?
Yeah, it was like the Sprint phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like one of those free Sprint phones.
But it was clearly inspired by the Razr.
I liked it though. It was bigger.
Was it bigger?
Yeah, I did get a Razr. He did eventually get me a red Razr. But yeah, I don't really
And before we got married, when I used to see you around, I think I do recall seeing you with a Razr.
Yeah, I did get a Razr.
Okay.
But back then I didn't have phones long at all either. Like it was phones were so cheap to get on your own too.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I wasn't working.
You go eBay and buy an unlocked version for less than $100.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's like crazy expensive to get a phone.
Well, they're smarter.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Oh, back when everything was so simple.
That's a topic for another day.
Sure.
But anyway, that does it for this podcast. We don't have a name yet. And, you know, I'm still shopping for a host, so, I mean...
Ouch, I'm going to pretend that didn't hurt.
Well, you're always welcome to join us again, but, I mean...
So who's going to be your host?
I don't have a host in mind. Everyone that I've been talking to, I don't know. They just don't share the same passion as me. I mean, you actually have more passion for it than they do, even though you claim you don't.
Yeah, because I'm I'm what you call a reluctant techie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which is weird because I'm in the tech field.
Anyway, thanks for listening. We hope to get you in the next one. Take care.